This message is brought to you by Apple Card.
Apply for Apple Card today and start earning up to 3% daily cash back on everyday purchases.
And that daily cash can even grow automatically when you open a high-yield savings account through Apple Card.
What are you waiting for? Visit apple.co/card calculator today to see how much daily cash you can earn.
Subject to credit approval, savings available to Apple Card owners subject to eligibility. Savings in Apple Card by Goldman Sachs Bank USA, member FDIC. Terms and more at applecard.com.
Did you know women are more likely than men to develop dry eyes, which may be due to hormonal changes during the menstrual cycle or after menopause, and the use of oral contraceptives? Give your dry, burning, or irritated eyes a daily refresh with Refresh Optive Mega 3 Lubricant Eye Drops, a preservative-free formula that provides fast-acting, lasting relief. Refresh Optive Mega 3 is safe to use as often as needed. Find Refresh online or in the eye drop aisle at all major retailers.
She's seen Encanto more times than she can count. And she can count to 10. She mentioned Mirabel in every conversation. But the moment she actually met Mirabel, she was speechless. That's pura magia. Find yours at Walt Disney World Resort.
5 years, 10 months, and 2 days. That's how long it took to grow the 38 inches to ride on Cali River Rapids. But the moment the wait finally ended, that was pura magia. Discover it at Walt Disney World Resort.
Time is precious, and so are our pets. So time with our pets is extra precious. That's why we started Dutch. Dutch provides 24/7 access to licensed vets with unlimited virtual visits and follow-ups for up to 5 pets. You can message a vet at any time and schedule a video visit the same day. Our vets can even prescribe medication for many ailments, and shipping is always free. With Dutch, you'll get more time with your pets and year-round peace of mind when it comes to their vet care.
Episode 507, How to Save Money on Food, Takeout, Restaurants, and More edition.
Welcome to the Frugal Friends podcast, where you'll learn to save money, embrace simplicity, and live a richer life. Here are your hosts, Jen and Jill.
Welcome to the Frugal Friends podcast. My name is Jen.
My name is Jill.
And today we are continuing our 2025 series on how to save money on food in different categories. And today is one of our favorites, if not our most favorite thing to spend money on, is food made by other people for us. Mm-hmm. And that's takeout, restaurants.
Because, I'm especially excited to do this episode because just this morning you were ChatGPTing how to get free takeout. I'm tired. ChatGPT said, we get it.
ChatGPT, yeah, I was doing a little last minute research for the outline, and because it's good to test different ways of asking. And that I was just like, I'm tired, because when I get takeout, I'm typically tired. So will it customize for that? And it empathized.
Yeah, it did.
Artificial empathy.
Yeah.
AE.
It's not real, but it works.
Yeah. So we have a lot of good apps, websites, and programs to get, memberships to get discounts, to get free, etc., takeout and restaurants. So you can have other people make you food for less money. But first, this episode is brought to you by our mobile optimized spending planner. We just released this week. If you are in the Friendletter, if you get that, you've already heard about it. But this is a spreadsheet that will help you plan your spending every month, i.e., yes, it is a budget spreadsheet, but we really designed it to be a spending planner. So there's there's new spreadsheet for every month. There's 12 of those sheets. There's an annual tracking dashboard, an opportunity cost calculator, so that in real time, if you want to get something, you can see, okay, if I invested this, how much would it grow? What is the opportunity I'm losing? Or you can calculate the cost per use, cost per wear, stuff like that. It can help you make decisions using numbers, not just feelings. And there's everything you need in there to spend smarter this year over 20 different tabs. Remember, 12 of those are months, so it's not like overwhelming, but it will help you manually track your transactions, which we think everyone should be doing for at least a few months every year to really stay on top of it. And the best part is that it's mobile optimized, so you can track your transactions easily on the go with the planner in the Google Sheets app. So this is not something that you're coming back at the end of the day, you need your laptop for. You can do it on the go in the Google Sheets app. So we want to, as a special launch month gift to all of our listeners, we're going to give you 50% off. So head to frugalfriendspodcast.com/planner, use code MAY50, and you are going to get 50% off of the spending planner through May 31st. Yes, we love our budgeting apps, but those are an annual cost. So if you're not willing to spend $100 a year, then getting this spreadsheet is a great start. It's a one-time purchase. You can use it year after year. You don't have to keep buying it over and over. And it is fantastic, beautiful, mobile optimized, well designed, if I do say so myself. Yes. And I do say so on Goldie's behalf, who designed it, and I love it.
It's so great. I mean, you know, I'm the one who really enjoys a spreadsheet, and a lot of this is kind of launching off of the spreadsheet that I have used and created, but it's like on steroids in a good way, where it is everything and more. Not too much.
Not
right? We don't
too
want to
much.
overwhelm you.
Yeah.
It is still pretty simple. But if you're like me and you prefer a spreadsheet, but you know that there's ways to elevate that spreadsheet and you just don't want to do it, get ours.
Yes. All right. And something you will be planning a lot of, I hope, is takeout and restaurants, because we want to enjoy eating out. We don't want to do it impulsively, forget that we did it. Anytime somebody cooks me food and I don't have to do the dishes, I say a little prayer of thankfulness, and I just enjoy that moment, and we want that for you. So, but definitely be sure to catch our previous food episodes, saving money on groceries. We've got how to save money on takeout from episode 247. So it's been a while since we did one. That was all like takeout tips. We're not going to regurgitate those tips in this one. And then we have how to save money on coffee, episode 189. That was when we did all coffee. Again, not going to regurgitate those tips. We're not going to really talk about coffee in this episode.
Okay, so we're going to go through how to save money on this category in these 4 ways: how to get it free, low cost, a deal, and guilt-free. So we're starting off with how to get takeout restaurant food for free. And our first recommendation is mystery shopping. We have not talked about this in
a long
forever.
time. Well,
both you and I have done this in the past. We haven't recently, but it does work. And it is a way to go out to eat for free.
and we say free because you do have to pay for it and then you get reimbursed. So I never recommend mystery shopping as a way to make money, but we always used it as a way to be able to go out and have somebody cook for us for free. So that is really how we've always viewed mystery shopping. And it is legit. It does take a little bit of effort, but if you're looking to go out more frequently on, a $0 budget, this is it.
Some of the sites you can use in order to mystery shop include Market Force. They will give you mystery shop opportunities at places like Five Guys, Buffalo Wild Wings, Papa Murphy's, kind of your fast food.
Fast casual kind of thing.
Then Best Mark is also fast food and sit down dining, sometimes even hotels with room service.
I like Best Mark. Best Mark was one that I used a lot.
Okay. Coil Hospitality. This is actually the one that I had signed up for. And they are more upscale. I didn't realize this about them, but I guess I can say that this is true. More your fine dining, sometimes even luxury hotel meals. I think we did a P.F. Chang's mystery shop through Coil Hospitality.
Yeah, we did Seasons 52 a lot. We did a rooftop bar on a beach at St. Pete Beach at a hotel. several times. They have really nice hotel stays, but you have to do a lot of the restaurant ones and make friends with your person at Coil to get those. So you got to work towards it, but they do have nice hotel shops.
Yeah. Then you've got secretshopper.com. So that's a variety of different shops, including fast casual restaurants. And then the Brant group, that would be fast casual and fast food like Taco Bell or Qdoba. So feel free to look into any of those. And again, we're going to have all of these linked in the show notes.
Yeah. And probably in the Friendletter as well. Okay. So a few mystery shopping tips before we move on. Never pay to join. So these aren't the only mystery shopping sites out there. There are definitely more. And it's not just restaurants. They have activities as well. Mini golf, movies, all kinds of things. Never pay to join. All legit mystery shopping companies are free to apply to. You do have to pay at the restaurant and then you get reimbursed usually via check from the mystery shop company. Stay organized. You will need to remember details like employee names, cleanliness, timing. I would set timers on my phone and take screenshots of times so that I could get the most accurate things, because that is what you're going in to do. You're working. So that's why the $5 you make above and beyond your meal, that is truly payment for work. So that's why I don't view mystery shopping as a way to make money. Turnaround, you have to get your report in pretty quickly. I think they want it within 24 hours. And then they'll reimburse you usually within a few weeks, sometimes faster. And some companies, I've never done this, but some companies will let you claim same day or next day shops. A lot of them will email you. I still get emails from mystery shops.
Same, yeah.
If they have a last minute thing or they have a extra boost in pay because they're having trouble finding someone. So those are some mystery shopping tips. And that, I think, is our best. We could go off and list freebies like, birthday freebies at places and stuff, but all those. We spent over a year in the Friendletter giving them to you every single Monday. We have so many options that we've told you about, and I'm sure you've already heard. So that's what we're gonna, I think, harp on for the free part of this episode.
Yeah. Okay, so let's move into how to get restaurant food, takeout food at low cost. So apps. There are some really great apps and new apps coming out pretty regularly, so worth staying on top of. But some of our favorites include Too Good to Go. So that is an app where usually bakeries, restaurants, some of your local eateries will give away food at super low cost that they weren't able to sell that day. It might be stuff that maybe they'd have to throw away that night or the next day. It's not bad, but it might be close to expiring. And so you can get it at a steep discount. So definitely worth looking into, especially if you are in just like an urban or suburban area. For instance, I went on the app last week and there was a bag full of food from a local Jamaican restaurant for $5.99. Now, the thing with Too Good to Go is oftentimes you won't actually know what you're getting. They'll just say a bag of maybe this type of food.
It's mystery bags, essentially.
And so like if it's a bakery, a lot of times it'll be a bag of croissants, maybe bread, bagels, that kind of a thing. At this Jamaican restaurant, they kind of alluded to, whatever meat and rice and beans were left over at the end of the day. And then they'll state how much that would typically go for, so you can kind of get an idea of portion size. So I think it said this would typically retail for $20, the amount of food that you're getting, for $5.99. It is one of those last minute things, like you'd want to check it during the day if you plan to pick it up that evening. Order your bag online and then be sure that you can swing by. They usually give you a time frame like between 5 to 7, pick up your bag for this amount.
Yeah, I saw one. There's one of our favorite Indian restaurants. There wasn't a bag available, but they had recently had a bag of Indian food for $5.99. And this is like a very nice, a fast casual Indian restaurant, but I love it.
Yeah.
So
that's awesome.
yeah, $5.99 for takeout. Can't go wrong.
Yeah.
So then also we've talked about flash food before in our grocery episode. So this one is you get 50% off groceries at, grocery stores across the country. And they will often have like pre-made foods as well. So I zoomed out in the state of Florida and found a grocery store that had a lot of like pre-prepared foods that it was putting on flash food. So sandwiches, salads, stuff like that. A great way, like if you're near one, this particular one was like in the Orlando area, and a great lunch option. Pick it up, and then there's your lunch for the next day or your dinner for that night. They have like very generous like pickup options. I think my last one I had a couple days to pick it up. So that is a really good option to keep you out of the regular grocery store, where you could be browsing and pick up other things you don't need.
Yeah. But I mean, speaking of the grocery store, one of the things that is a little adjacent to this, but I think worth stating, is considering getting some pre-prepared meals from the grocery store. I think that is an alternative to takeout, where you're not actually cooking the things, but you're spending less than you would at a restaurant or taking out from a restaurant. So whether that's just a frozen pizza or a completely marinated, cooked chicken that you just have to reheat, something in that kind of grab and go section of your local grocery store could be a good option when you are just feeling too tired to cook. It's maybe more than your groceries, but again, less than what you'd spend at a restaurant. Also, if you've got a wholesale club membership like Costco or Sam's Club, the hack of them hot dogs, okay? They're always inexpensive. They're always low cost. But they also have other things too, like that kale salad that you love so much from Costco. You can also get as a smaller takeout portion through their kind of like pre-prepared food line.
If you don't have a flash food, then look at foodhero.com. That's another app that's similar to flash food. But yeah, I have been getting more, and we just did a video on this for the month or for the weekly money move, of buying a more expensive pre-prepared meat, but saving overall if it helps avoid takeout or feels like takeout without going out. This message is brought to you by Apple Card.
Apply for Apple Card today and start earning up to 3% daily cash back on everyday purchases.
And that daily cash can even grow automatically when you open a high-yield savings account through Apple Card.
What are you waiting for? Visit apple.co/card calculator today to see how much daily cash you can earn.
Subject to credit approval, savings available to Apple Card owners subject to eligibility. Savings in Apple Card by Goldman Sachs Bank USA, member FDIC. Terms and more at applecard.com.
Looking to save even more money on your phone bill? How does free sound? Helium Mobile is offering the first free phone plan. That's right, free phone service. Seriously, no bill, no contract, just free.
It's not just some limited time deal. You get nationwide 5G coverage with 3 gigabytes of data, 300 texts, and 100 minutes of calls. If you need more data, you can upgrade to their other plans. Plus, you're supporting a community-built network that's growing every day to keep you seamlessly connected wherever you go.
When we first heard about Helium Mobile, we couldn't wait to share it with all our Frugal listeners who are looking to budget smarter when it comes to everyday necessities without sacrificing quality.
So if you're in the market to cut that monthly phone bill, like really cut it, Helium Mobile is where it's at. Download the Helium Mobile app today and use the code FRUGAL to get your free plan today.
Did you know age is one of the most common causes of dry eyes because we can produce fewer tears as we get older? Give your dry, burning, or irritated eyes a daily refresh with Refresh Optive Mega 3 Lubricant Eye Drops, a preservative-free formula that provides fast-acting, lasting relief. These artificial tears deliver enhanced hydration that nourishes the eye's surface to help protect your natural tears from evaporating. Specially crafted with inactive ingredients like natural plant-based oil and antioxidants, and enhanced with moisture-locking technology, this triple action formula works to soothe symptoms and prevent further irritation. Refresh Optive Mega 3 is safe to use as often as needed. Find your Refresh online or in the eye drop aisle at your favorite drugstore, grocery, Walmart, or Target.
So next is deal. So how can we get a deal on things? And this one, I found a few new options that I really liked. I haven't tried yet, but I just learned about them. So these two are similar. First, it's called Seated, and you book a table through the app. You eat, you upload your receipt, and you can get 30% back in gift cards to like Amazon, Starbucks, stuff like this. Hopefully they have other choices. But it's an app that gives you kind of like an elevated cash back. The other app that I really liked is called Offline. And this isn't super widely available. It's in big cities, but it's a subscription-based dining club designed to help members discover and enjoy local restaurants. So it's $15 a month, and you will get up to 2 credits for restaurants, and the credits will give you $10 to $30 off of your bill. And so you can go in there, you can book up to 30 days early so you can make sure you can nab those $30 ones. But you get to take advantage of it, 2 restaurants per month. And if you don't save $15, then they refund you your like membership fee essentially. At the end of the year, I think they'll refund you the excess. I'm not 100% sure, but you can also bank credits. So if you don't use it 1 month, those credits will roll over. You can bank up to 6. So yeah, it's letsgetoffline.com. You can find out if it's in your area. So those are the 2 new things that I found that like, yeah, $30 off at a restaurant.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Some of the other sites that I like for getting discounts on food include Groupon and Living Social. So on these sites, there's a lot that you can book on there, from activities
Don't sleep
and
on
vacation.
Groupon.
Oh, it's
We
so
keep
great.
saying it. It's old and feels dated,
Yeah.
but it's still there and thriving.
It's one of the places that I check whenever we have guests in town, if we want to go out and do an activity. So many times there's deals for breweries and activities, but also local restaurants if they're just trying to get people in the door. Honestly, too, spa services, massages, laser, waxing, you name it.
A few years ago, your birthday present that I got you was a Groupon. It was that distillery tour.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Even that too.
Yep.
But since we're primarily talking restaurants here, definitely check out Groupon and Living Social for that. Something else you can do is, if you already use or have the Yelp app, if that's a way that you like finding restaurants and being able to look at the ratings and such, a lot of times Yelp will have deals on different places that you might be going
You
to.
don't even have to have the app. They just do it on the website too. It's like a buy a $15 gift card. It's a gift card, but it's virtual, and you're getting $30 for 15 or something.
Yeah.
So
there was a time actually when we were visiting Florida before we moved here, I was just looking on Yelp for a place to go eat, and I wanted to try key lime pie. So I found this place that said they have great key lime pie. Then through Yelp, it said, if you order like $15 worth of food, you get a free slice of key lime pie. I'm like, that is perfect.
Yes.
You just have to like activate the deal if you are doing it through the app.
So they have deals like that on the app. And then they also have kind of like restaurant.com where you buy the, $20 and you get a $30 gift card sort of thing.
And similar to that, again, if you have a wholesale membership, if you're part of a wholesale club, then a lot of times you can get gift cards to different places, restaurants, even movie theaters, for usually at least $5 off. There's usually always something, here's a $50 gift card for $45. I think at one time, Eric and I really wanted to go to a Topgolf just to try it out. Thought that would be kind of a fun date night activity. And Costco had $100 gift cards for $80. So a good 20% off. We went with friends, so they paid us half of that gift card. So we were able to get, $50 worth of stuff for $40, which felt worth it because then we also went on a half off night before the certain time. Oh yeah, we hacked the whole thing.
Bang, bang, boom.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
But there's plenty of ways to get discounted gift cards too, which is and also something to think about, especially around the holidays when all these restaurants are offering steep discounts on their gift cards. Something you could kind of plan ahead for, not just for gifts, but for yourself, your future takeout loving self.
Yeah, if you want to use search or AI to find, there's going to be some kind of hopefully local service that does this. They go with they find local restaurants and partner with them to offer deals like buy, $100 or buy, for $80 you get $100 e-gift certificate sort of thing. So definitely search to see if your local area has something like that. And if not, Costco, great option.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's talk guilt-free spending
Full
on
price.
Takeout and restaurants, because eventually
Fully loving it.
We get there. We love going through this list. How can I get it for free? Low cost deal. But eventually we're spending full price and we don't care. We love it. We are not guilty or ashamed of it because we know we're making good values-driven decisions. And usually that's going to include first looking to local sustainable options. So considering how we can eat ethically and healthy, and a lot of that's going to be going to your local restaurant. So even if you can't afford to sit down at these restaurants, take out at them.
Take out. And here's the thing. You don't have to be thinking about everything at once. When you choose local, your local restaurants are going to be more likely using local produce, which is sustainable, than your national chains. So you can hit two birds with one stone, and you don't even have to think about the other bird just by making that one choice. We love efficient choices. So supporting your local restaurants. If you can't support the nice sit-down ones, you can choose takeout. You can choose fast casual. You don't have to go 100%. I know that some of these small, local, independent, sit-down restaurants are very expensive. So if you need to go with the national chains for sit-down, then commit to your fast casual, your fast food, all of that lower cost stuff being local.
You can also opt for breakfast and lunch dates instead of dinner. So that will absolutely be lower cost. Breakfast is less expensive than lunch. Lunch is less expensive than dinner. A lot of times there's specials during these times. You can also look into whether your local restaurants have early or late night specials, like an early happy hour. So many places are doing happy hours, so take advantage of that. Also consider splitting. This is something that allows Eric and I to go out more often, is to find the places that are serving the healthy portions, and we can split a meal, or we might opt to not get drinks, or we'll share just a couple of appetizers. There's kind of different ways to be able to hack it, or both get a meal, save half of it for the next day for lunch. Bada bing, bada boom. We've solved 2 meals.
Yeah, we like to look for kids eat free specials. That's really nice. It's usually 1 per entree. So we get 2 kids meals, 2 entrees, too good to go.
You know what's also too good to go? Like, we're never getting rid of it despite minimal complaints.
They don't even charge us $5.99 for it.
No, this is free.
The bill of the week.
That's right. It's time for the best minute of your entire week. Maybe a baby was born and his name is William. Maybe you paid off your mortgage. Maybe your car died and you're happy to not have to pay that bill anymore. Duck bills, Buffalo Bills, Bill Clinton. This is the Bill of the Week.
Hi, you two. I'm excited to have a Bill of the Week to share this week. I went to get an eye exam at one of those stores that advertise 2 pairs of glasses for a pretty reasonable price. When I finished up with everything, the price they gave me was $283 for 1 pair of glasses. I asked them, wouldn't it be cheaper to just do it without insurance and go with the rate that you advertise? So they ran some numbers, and it turns out that I ended up getting 2 pairs of glasses for $225. Still kind of pricey, but that's what happens as the years go by and you need progressive lenses. All in all, I think that was a pretty good win. I love listening to you guys. Keep up the good work. And also, I just ordered my pre-order book today. Can't wait to read it.
Yay, Abby. Thank you so much for pre-ordering the book. BuyWhatYouLoveBook.com. Buy what you love without going broke.
That's nearly my favorite part about this bill, but also so thrilled at what you were able to do with getting glasses for less expensive and thinking it through.
It is so interesting with insurance, and I would say this is especially applies to optometry and dental work, that even if you have coverage, to always ask them to run numbers with any promotions they're doing for self-pay. Mm-hmm. So that's always worth it to ask. Mm-hmm. And even, gosh, like, if you're
careful,
I'm not going to say anything weird. If you're near the end of the year and you have not met your deductible and you will not, you know, you're going to have to pay for something on your health insurance, that would be a good time to ask then as well. Like, can I see what this would be as self-pay? Mm-hmm.
They can allow you to choose that or not. But
right.
They're still getting paid either way. They might even get paid more with your self-pay than what they're going to get from the insurance companies.
So it always is, but especially with optometry and dental, for sure worth asking, and look for, these are the ones that are running specials. You're not getting special at the family health practice, right? But dentists and optometrists are always running specials. So go, and if it seems like they're trying to scam you out of more money, ask them to run some numbers.
Always ask.
Always
it never
ask.
hurts to ask. Run it through that filter. Can I get this for low cost? Can I get a deal on it?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not in like a cheap way, not just to be cheap about it, but if you know that there's a deal out there, a discount out there for you, like, why not? Why spend more than you need to?
Ask inquisitively, not rudely. Not like you deserve it, but you truly want to know. Yeah. Because that is the heart that we are asking these questions with. I don't know what I don't know. And we want to offer you questions to ask to find out.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you so much, Abby, for sharing your bill about that. So glad you have 2 new pairs of glasses. Yes. I bet they look adorable. If you all have a bill that you want to submit, if it's about self-paying for less, if it's about deals and discounts, or your name is Bill and you just want to call to check in on your Frugal friends, visit frugalfriendspodcast.com/bill. Leave it for us. We cannot wait. Looking to save even more money on your phone bill? How does free sound? Helium Mobile is offering the first free phone plan. That's right, free phone service. Seriously, no bill, no contract, just free.
It's not just some limited time deal. You get nationwide 5G coverage with 3 gigabytes of data, 300 texts, and 100 minutes of calls. If you need more data, you can upgrade to their other plans. Plus, you're supporting a community-built network that's growing every day to keep you seamlessly connected wherever you go.
When we first heard about Helium Mobile, we couldn't wait to share it with all our Frugal listeners who are looking to budget smarter when it comes to everyday necessities without sacrificing quality.
So if you're in the market to cut that monthly phone bill, like really cut it, Helium Mobile is where it's at. Download the Helium Mobile app today and use the code FRUGAL to get your free plan today.
Did you know age is one of the most common causes of dry eyes because we can produce fewer tears as we get older? Give your dry, burning, or irritated eyes a daily refresh with Refresh Optive Mega 3 Lubricant Eye Drops, a preservative-free formula that provides fast-acting, lasting relief. These artificial tears deliver enhanced hydration that nourishes the eye's surface to help protect your natural tears from evaporating. Specially crafted with inactive ingredients like natural plant-based oil and antioxidants, and enhanced with moisture-locking technology, this triple action formula works to soothe symptoms and prevent further irritation. Refresh Optive Mega 3 is safe to use as often as needed. Find your Refresh online or in the eye drop aisle at your favorite drugstore, grocery, Walmart, or Target.
And now it's time for the lightning round.
Okay, when do you eat at restaurants or order delivery / takeout? And I am really interested at your answer, Jillian. Tell me about it.
I eat out at least one time a weekend. At
least. Okay.
But that's always in the plan. Yeah.
Always
in the plan at least.
Because it seems like the amount of money you spend per month on takeout would allude
it's restaurants, really. I do restaurants far. Okay, hot take. I really don't love takeout. It's not my favorite thing. I feel like every time my order gets messed up, the food is cold, I much prefer the sit down experience.
Yeah.
I want to be fully all the way out.
You don't have hellions running around
right,
making your experience miserable.
Right, exactly.
I like to contain them in the cage I call a house.
Mm-hmm.
But I would love to go to restaurants too otherwise.
Yeah. But even, fast casual is a super common thing. I love Five Guys.
Do you?
I do. I love burgers. So I love hot dogs. Everyone knows this about me, but you know what? I also love a good burger.
She can eat a burger real fast.
And have I said this on the mic before?
I don't know if you said it on the mic. You've said it.
That if I ever were to do a talent show, like if someone was like, what would be the thing you get up and do? It would be me eating a burger super fast. I never put it down. I just inhale it. It's
and
the
you
one
would win
food.
Because no one would be impressed, but everyone would just be like so weirded out.
Yeah.
But it would be the best. Like you will deliver on your promise.
I will deliver. Yeah. Down the hatch, inhaled, gone. I just, sometimes a burger just hits.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a common thing, but pretty much every Sunday for lunch, I'm eating out. We're out to a restaurant.
And you spend $200 on Sunday lunch.
No, we must be. I mean, we are going. I'm just saying. Yeah, no, we spend about. I'll just be transparent with y'all because I know we're all wondering how much is normal. I don't think this is normal because it is much above the national average, but we do spend about $500 to $600 a month on food that is not groceries.
Yeah, which I think is closer to the average than the average that we're hearing.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think the data might be a little skewed for some reason.
For Eric and I will say sometimes for whatever reason we're buying for other people. I'm not looking you in the eyes as I say that. But that's what it is.
You're not looking
casual.
me in the eyes as you say that?
Yeah, because I feel like you're going to be like, why are you paying for people?
Oh, no. I thought you were saying like you're paying for me. I was like, sometimes we're paying for people.
No,
definitely
not you. No.
I was like,
no, if we
don't
eat
buy
out
me
together,
food.
we use the Frugal Friends card.
Yeah. We buy each other
exactly
lunch.
Exactly.
Okay.
What about you, Jen?
We do eat out once a week. We spend about, I would say, $300 to $400. Honestly, the only takeout we get is pizza. Mm-hmm. We'll do pizza 2 or 3 times a month. And we'll do Torchy's tacos 2 or 3 times a month. And that's really it.
There was a time where you were going to Torchy's every Tuesday. Or was it Wednesday? Because it was Kids Eat Free.
No. That was Tijuana Flats, and that was we went one time.
I love to make up stories. We have a retraction, folks.
We don't, because there's not a lot of Kids Eat Free promos, at least in places I want to go to.
Grand Hacienda has Kids Eat Free.
Yeah, but that's a sit down. Like,
you don't want to do that.
It's
Okay.
just very difficult.
Yeah.
With like, we went, where were we the other day? Oh my gosh. This is a great story. I'm not even going to save it for the after show. We're at PetSmart because we got a dog. Okay. Maybe that's what we'll talk about in the after show.
You got a puppy.
Yeah.
And that's why you're saying it like that.
And that's where my head's been at. So we're at PetSmart getting treats for the dog because we need more treats because she's in training. And the dog's not even there. And my 2 children are running around the store. Atlas is screaming through the store. And he's got these shoes that have like squeakers in them.
Mm-hmm.
So he's squeaking running through the store. Kai has found a squeaky toy and he's running through the store squeaking it.
Uh-huh.
And I am actually standing in line to buy the treats. And I'm behind 2 people and Atlas flies by. Travis is running after him. And I say, man, I feel sorry for that kid's mom.
Oh, no.
And the guy, Travis kind of hears me, but the guy like looks and he's like, and I'm thinking this is a joke only a mother would make, right?
Right.
The guy in front of me didn't know that. And he like just kind of looks, awkward. So Travis comes through and he's like, did you just say you feel sorry for our family? Like not knowing, not connecting the dots.
Uh-huh.
And this he's like, oh man, this middle-aged father with a 2-year-old and this woman holding a bag of treats are about to fight.
Yes.
And then Travis is like, you're his mom.
I love this.
And so then this man gets it.
Uh-huh.
Like the thing has come full circle and he's dying. Laugh.
Awesome.
He has had an epiphany and he loves it. And so I'm walking out and this guy like walks past me and you could tell he's been thinking of a follow-up response like the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so he walks by me and he's like, I feel sorry for that guy's wife. And I was like, oh man, you tried.
Yes.
Good for you. I mean,
he wanted in on the joke.
He did. He wanted like a quippy like follow-up and he tried.
Wow.
But that's like and the kid's still running around, right?
Yeah.
Like I do feel sorry for that guy's wife. But that's what my life
That's smart,
is like.
Man. Wow.
And I like to think that I'm an adequate mother.
Yes.
But this is still how young boys act, I guess. Some young girls do too. I don't know if it's just the age or the personality.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
It's probably a whole big old combination.
Big old combo. But so yeah, we'll order in pizza. We'll pick it up so we don't have to pay delivery. And we'll do Torchy's tacos because I love for about like since it opened in St. Petersburg, which has probably been like over a year.
Mm-hmm.
There are very few other places that I will go.
Yeah.
It's not a huge chain.
Yeah. Something else I'm judgmental about. And
For
I'll
me?
just be honest with you.
Or people.
No, in general.
Okay.
You
can be honest.
Is pizza. So I am accustomed to, and I didn't realize this till I moved to Florida, good pizza. There is a pizza place pretty much on every corner, like an Italian locally owned pizza shop on every corner where I grew up. And it's all just great pizza, like New York style pizza. And then I come down to Florida and they just don't exist. And everyone here seems to do like Papa John's, Domino's. What are the others? I don't even know, but they hurt my belly.
Pizza Hut. Yeah. So we go to Slice of Gulfport. Shout out Gulfport, Florida.
Oh, nice.
And it's fantastic.
Oh, that's good.
That's our thing.
Nice. So in my judgment, though, I do frozen pizzas here, actually. Like the pendulum swings so far that if I'm doing pizza, it's frozen pizza. And I just wait till I go up to PA to get myself some better takeout pizza. But you know what? Everything else is better here. So
Yeah.
there's that.
I guess if you're local to the Tampa Bay area and you've got a good pizza place, let us know. But I like Slice of Gold Fort, but also
Here's
I
the
don't know
thing.
any better.
You have to be from the Northeast to recommend a pizza place
Okay,
in
yeah,
the
that is a
Tampa Bay area.
stipulation. That is, because I don't know anything different. And even when I was in New York and I had bagels, I didn't really notice a difference. So, and I had pizza in New York City quite often, and I didn't really notice a difference. So, like, I don't know if I'm just numb. Like, I have no feelings anymore.
Yeah.
But I was young then, too.
We have found a decent place actually near us. I don't think about it too often now that I'm down here. And now pizzas are like $30.
They are.
For a whole pie. It's not even, I mean, you can still feed 4 people. So still, it is relatively inexpensive. It just feels like I'm getting strangled.
Oh, now I want pizza.
I am getting hungry. Thanks so much for listening, everyone. And thank you for leaving us such kind reviews of the book. You all are showing up and telling us how much you love Buy What You Love Without Going Broke. And I'm here for it. Like this review from Lily about the book, 5 stars. Says, I have been listening to Jen and Jill on the Frugal Friends podcast for a couple of years now, and every time I listen, I feel as I'm just sitting down and chatting with friends. No judgment, there's kindness, and so much fun. I have tried several approaches to finances over the years, and it wasn't until I came across these awesome ladies that I felt like I was finally figuring it out. As a real life person who struggles to stick with financial plans that don't feel like they are practical to attain, the concept they introduced of the radical middle was awesome. I have a husband, pets, and kids, and learning to tailor a budget and goals that still allow me to live and make mistakes was a game changer to actually staying on track. And then these lovely ladies dropped a book. It was amazing. I love that it felt like tuning into the podcast, like I was chatting with my friends. It was so fun to read. And the personal touches and stories are what makes it enjoyable and relatable. Love the approach to finances. Facts and numbers are a part of my financial picture, but incorporating a new viewpoint has taught me to focus on what I love. And my dream just added a whole new level to my financial understanding and journey. So grateful for these ladies who really get it, understanding that finances are so much more than numbers. Love the book. Highly recommend any of your friends, whether they are frugal or not.
Yes, Lily, sames. We have a similar life track.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that you felt seen with this one. If you have read the book, Buy What You Love Without Going Broke, we would love if you would leave a review on Amazon. It's where even people who get it from the library go first to see if a book is worth reading. So even if you got it from the library, if you could go to Amazon and review it, that would be so appreciated. If you haven't, head to buywhatyoulovebook.com, get a copy of the book. There is even instructions on that page on how to request it at your library if they don't carry it.
See y'all next time.
Bye. Frugal Friends is produced by Eric Sirianni. All right, I think it's time to talk about it.
Okay.
I got a dog.
You got a puppy.
I got a puppy.
Which is still a dog, but it's a very specific kind of
Thank
dog
you.
when it's puppy.
All right.
Have we not said this yet?
We've alluded
to
to it. We've alluded to it, but I haven't really gone into the situation behind how we got it.
Mm-hmm.
My mom got a dog and couldn't. She ended up with the dog. I think she was kind of persuaded into getting the dog. She didn't have to pay for it. It was kind of gifted to her. Mm-hmm. And so she got it, and she was like, nah, this dog is crazy. And she also lives in a tiny 1-bedroom apartment with her fiance. So
she works full time.
She works full time.
Yeah, just not able to actually keep up with
They're always
puppy.
going out. They have a vibrant social life. So she returns it to her boss, who gifted her this puppy. And the boss takes it to work every day. And so my mom sends me pictures. And she's like, I hate seeing this reminder of, what I couldn't do. And I was like, it's a cute dog. It is a all black standard poodle. What we think might be a giant poodle. Because apparently the dad was 100 pounds. Whoa. Purebred. So a victim of hurricane flooding. And from a breeder. So we go in to like visit with the puppy to look at it, and we come home with it. Unbeknownst to us.
Well, you were considering.
We were
bringing
considering
it home with you,
but not that day.
No, I know.
We were just there to look at it, and they sent us home with it. I guess her boss has 6 dogs already, and so the boss's husband was like, "No more dogs," and she wasn't going to get rid of it, but she would get rid of it to us because then she could see it more. I think that's why she gave it to my mom, in the first place. So we, since February, have had this puppy, and she's crazy.
She's super cute.
She's very cute. She's very crazy. I still don't like puppies. I'm not a big pet person. But the kids love her. So.
Have they become acclimated? Because I know she was like, puppies talk with their mouths, and that can be scary to kids.
Yeah, they know that. They still don't like being bit. They don't enjoy it, but they understand it. At least Kai does.
Yeah.
And it also came, and I'll tell you, this was the real reason we brought her home. We needed to repair our fence from the hurricanes. And hurricanes have brought up fence prices. I mean, they've doubled. And we just haven't been able to find room in the budget or the motivation to find room in the budget to repair the fence. And my mom's like, I will pay for half of your fence repair.
If you take this dog, that will cost money. That's the thing. The dog will cost you money.
She said that, and I was like, I think that's how that dog ended up going home with us that day. I sometimes look at her and I'm like, it wasn't enough money.
Okay, and real talk. How is it? How has it been going? You made this decision a little bit on a whim.
The kids love her. She has gotten us outside more, which I know
that's cool.
You don't get a dog to do that. You have that lifestyle, and then a dog accompanies it. But we kind of did have that lifestyle, and so being outside even more, having the kids like off of the TV has been really fun. And we've been training her, and so we know like once we put the work in to train her, even the people at the dog training place were like, she's really smart. And I'm like, I'm glad somebody thinks so. But yeah. So if you have any tips for standard poodles,
email Jen at frugalfriendspodcast.com. Jen and Jen only. Jen at frugalfriendspodcast.com.
You can respond to any of the friend letters. They go to me. And I had the thing that has been keeping me going has been, I heard one thing on Reddit, and they said the puppy you have is not the dog you'll have.
Yeah.
And I was like, God, I hope so.
It just is, you're buckling up because they are puppies for 2 years.
I know. And we got her at 6 months. So we'll have, 18 months, 16. I don't know. I have lost the concept.
We don't even know what day it is.
Of math.
We just know we're hungry.
Yeah.
Did you know women are more likely than men to develop dry eyes, which may be due to hormonal changes during the menstrual cycle or after menopause, and the use of oral contraceptives? Give your dry, burning, or irritated eyes a daily refresh with Refresh Optive Mega 3 Lubricant Eye Drops, a preservative-free formula that provides fast-acting, lasting relief. Refresh Optive Mega 3 is safe to use as often as needed. Find Refresh online or in the eye drop aisle at all major retailers.
In a world of economic uncertainty and workplace transformation, learn to lead by example from visionary C-suite executives like Shannon Schuyler of PwC and Will Pearson of iHeartMedia.
The good teacher explains, the great teacher inspires.
Don't always leave your team to do the work. That's been the most important part of how to lead by example.
Listen to Leading by Example, Executives Making an Impact on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.